everything.
Alright guys, we're back in Hacksaw Academy. We're going to be continuing the landing page project, and if you want to try out Hacksaw Academy, go ahead and click the annotation card or description to get your free 14-day trial. But let's go ahead and jump right in. Special thanks to them for sponsoring this video as well. So in this section, we'll be building the page content using HTML and CSS. Cool. Let's jump right in. So last time we built this header. Now we're going to go ahead and build the content. So building the page content. So it looks like we're going to be doing some CSS. Try adding the following body to the body selector. So you'll see right here we have our body. Now what we want to go ahead and do is add a background image. So we're going to use the property background image, and we're going to pull it from this URL here. It's a relative URL, so static / image. You know what? Just because I know myself and I know that I am going to mistype it, let's go ahead and just save ourselves a little bit of a headache there. And then background - size cover. So what cover does, so background - size has a couple different things that you can assign to it. In this case, we are using cover, which basically means make this background as big so that it covers the whole width of it without distorting it. So let's go ahead and do that. And then finally, oh, so there's our little chub cat. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Let me go ahead and close this JavaScript aspect out because it doesn't look like we're touching that. And then we're going to do background - position. Oops, I'm typing that in the JavaScript. So background - position. And this is going to be 0 and 100%. Oops. And then we moved that a little bit. So background - image. Let's just provide a URL. If you do not provide the property, it will be the original image size will be used. So if you don't set background - size, it's going to be the same. Cover and contain. Contrast. Okay, so it wants us to say, let's see what contain does. So you'll see right there that it breaks it up into various parts. To it that's a very like early 90s feel to it. Probably not something that you're gonna want to do. All right, background - attachment. This is something I recently just learned how great it is. But let's go ahead and put this in here. So background - attachment. Now we're going to put it as fixed. Now what did this just do? So basically the cat's going to stay in the same position now because of it. I love that they used a cat. I really do. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the HTML. We are going to the HTML panel. So it looks like they want it out of our header here. So and in the interest of saving time, let's just go ahead and copy this. So what a div, remember, is a container. We're giving a class called content here, and then we're also just creating some paragraphs. So bam, this is all contained in the same div, but then we have some paragraphs. Very cool. So update the header selector. So now we're going to go ahead and target this. So we want header.inner, comma, .content. So that's going to basically incorporate that as well. So you'll see now that we have this. So basically what it's saying is, to include this as well for the styling that's going on here, so we don't have to copy it over. We can also go ahead and target the class .content to have its own unique CSS as well. So margin - top, we're going to add 40 pixels on that, so you'll see it adds a little bit of spacing, and then we're going to add a color here, which is going to be hashtag 636 E 6A. So we change this to like a gray. Very nice. We want to create 2 columns to contain both before and after the cat images. You'll need to set the content area, taking up half of the width of each. Add the following paragraphs in the HTML panel. So we're going to create a class called image here. And it's going to go right below this one, but still within the body. And we're going to have, you'll see before and after here. Now, in our CSS, we're going to go ahead and create a .images. Class .images. And what we're going to basically do is add some padding around this. 20px, oh, excuse me, padding. And then it's going to be 20 pixels in the 0. And then for the .column, or for our column class, we are going to give it a width of 50%. So we're basically going to say, look, we want 2 columns. 50%. Cool. We now have 2 columns, but because divs are block elements, they appear below each other. We should change them. Add the following column selected in the CSS panel. So basically, we want, because these are laying on top of each other, we just want to go ahead and put float left on here so that they float next to each other. So now you'll see that each one of these is taking up 50%. Alright, so now we're going to just go ahead and add this image source here to the first column. So let's go ahead and bring out our CSS. So we're just going to add an image. I think that's the grumpy cat if I remember correctly. Then we're going to go ahead and add another image to the second column after. And you'll see right now they're side by side, taking up the full page, or 50% and 50%. Now what we want to do is we want to go into the CSS right below column, because you want to kind of keep everything as organized as you can. You say, look, if you're within the column and you're of the type image, this is the CSS we want you to have. We want you to have 10 pixels for the margin at the top. I want you to have a width of 100%. So it's looking super clean. I gave it a little bit of padding, or margin rather. It looks like that was the end of the lesson. Kind of the thing to take away is background dash size. This is how you set a background cover. So background dash size, there's about 3 or 4 different properties. I would definitely go on like W3 Schools to check that out and become more familiar with that. And then background dash attachment, same thing. But if you like these project-based tutorials, make sure to check out Hacksaw Academy. You'll see the link in the description, the cards and annotations. Special thanks to them again for sponsoring this video. And go ahead and try it out and give yourself a 14-day trial. Don't forget to like and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Special thanks to our sponsor, Hacksaw Academy. If you're looking for project-based coding tutorials, make sure to check them out in the cards, annotations, and description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. And as always, I'll see you next time.